students. Today we are going to learn attributes of IMG tag. In a previous video we have seen about the images in HTML, that is two types of images, external image and internal image. In that we have seen external images are added as a link through anchor tag and internal images are added using IMG tag. Okay, now in this video we will see additional attributes of IMG tag that will be used to set the image in the web page as its content. So let's move. IMG tag. It is a tag used to add image in the web page as an internal image that we have already learned. That is, the image will be displayed within a web page as a content of the web page. It will be loaded along with the web page, means whenever the page we will open, along with the page the image will be displayed. That is not happening in external image. Only link we can access, and by clicking on the link we can open the image. Theory and practical are done in the previous tutorial. Okay. Attributes of IMG. We are going to discuss following attributes of IMG. First, SRC, alt, height and width, align, border, ID, and HSpace and VSpace. Now, after learning the theory part about these attributes, we will see all these attributes in a practical. Okay, so let's move. The SRC attribute that we have already seen, but still the SRC attribute provides the information about the location of image, that is source of the image, means from where we want to load the image in the web page. It tells the browser where to find the image. Without mentioning the source of the image, it is impossible for browser to find and display the image. That is obvious thing. To include image in the web page, we can use the code IMG space SRC and then image source. Now here in the image source we need to provide location of the image. The image specified should have a proper image format. Basically for the HTML part or web page part we are using JPG format, that is best suited image format. While using IMG, we need not have to provide any content but the source of the image with some attributes. Means simply IMG tag will not be useful without source attribute. Okay, that is why it is called empty tag. Means with the image we are not providing any kind of text content. When image is displayed, we are not adding any other attribute, content along with the IMG. That is why it is called empty tag. It is good practice to create a separate folder or a directory for the images. This approach is better when the website is large and uses multiple images. So in our practical we are doing the same. We are creating one folder and all the images, all the links or any other multimedia elements we wish to add into our web page, that we are adding into that folder and creating the web page in the same folder. Now what is the benefit? It has two benefits, that is all the images are easily available, all the multimedia elements are easily available, and we do not need to provide the location in a longest way. Okay, we simply need to provide only the image name and its extension, and the image will be displayed in a web page. Okay, the alt attribute. This attribute is useful for three basic reasons. First, to describe the image, which is many times necessary. Second, which is most important for us, that is due to some reason if the browser does not display the image, the reader will at least know what to expect as a picture. And third point, when the web page is read by the software such as screen reader or a special software designed for visually challenged people and search engine, the interpretation of the image becomes easy. Means if our web page is open into the software like text to speech, then that alt attribute is useful to describe the image for the visually challenged people. Okay, height and width attribute, as name suggesting, they are used for setting the dimension. These attributes are used to set the dimension of the image in the web page. The height is used to set the height of the image in the unit of pixels. Same way, width is used to set the width of the image in the unit of pixels. Now, it is also possible to provide the height and width in a percentage value, that is in a proportion to the actual image size. For example, if the image height is 1000 and image width is 2000, means 1000 by 2000 image dimension is there. Suppose I am setting height 50% and width 50%, then the image that will be added in our web page, that will be of 500 pixel height and 1000 pixel width, that is 50% of actual size. Okay, align attribute. Now this align attribute is used to align the image in accordance with the text content or any other material which is provided along with the image. Suppose you are adding only the single image, then align attribute will not work, but along with the image, if you are having certain text content, if you are having a table structure or any other content, then the align attribute will work effectively. The align attribute is used to align the given image within the page or any elements that contain the image. Means it is not necessary that image will be added directly into the web page. That can be added into any other structures like tables or frames or anything. Okay. Okay, the align attribute can take one of the given value, that is these are the values: top, middle, bottom, left, right. Okay, top means image is aligned at the top of the current line of the text. Image is aligned, middle is image is aligned in such a way that the middle of the image appears at the current text. Bottom, that is bottom of the image, is aligned with the baseline of the current line of the text. As I said, this all the align values are effective, means it will display the effect only when we have any other content like text or anything along with the image part. Okay. Okay, that values you have to study. Border attribute. If you want to provide border around the image, we can use border attribute. An image on the web page can be highlighted with the border. By default, image do not have borders. To create a border around the image, border attribute can be used. We can provide value to the border in the unit of pixels that will define its thickness. ID attribute. ID attribute is used to provide identifier name to the image. See, ID attribute is used to provide identifier name to the image. That is, whenever we are using our web page in a website, and in that website, to make a website dynamic, we are adding certain script. At that time, attribute ID attribute is useful. That is useful when we need to use this image in a script in a programming language such as Java. Next is HSpace and VSpace attribute. To add spaces around the image, HSpace and VSpace attribute is used. See, by default, if we are not providing HSpace and VSpace, the additional content along with the image, that is a text part, is directly attached, directly intact with the image borders. Suppose we want to provide a space around the borders of image, we can provide space and vSpace attributes. vSpace is used to space over and under the image. Top and bottom side space is provided through vSpace, and same way hSpace is used to add spaces to the left and right of the image. These attributes are useful when the image is in line with the text, leaving no gaps. Leaving the space around the image makes the image clearer and page more readable. Next is low SRC. High resolution image takes lot of time for loading on the web page. Till the original image is loaded, we can temporarily provide an alternative image, that is low resolution image, using an attribute low SRC. To get low resolution image, we can resize, crop, resample the image using techniques supported by suitable image editing tool. Now this low SRC attribute is most useful when we have high resolution image that is to be added in the web page, and if our internet connection or connectivity is slow, it will take longer time to load. So till the image is loaded, the actual image is loaded, what alternate image we can provide, that should be given through low SRC attribute. Okay. Generally this low SRC attribute is not much used nowadays, because we all have the speed more than 3 Mbps right now. Suppose we are using a broadband connection, then we have more than 10 Mbps speed, and suppose we are using mobile data right now, we are having 7 to 8 Mbps speed, that is 4G data connectivity. So if we are using low SRC attribute, then also it will not work. Why? Because the high resolution image will also be loaded within a fraction of time. So the image which is provided into low SRC attribute will not get the chance to be displayed. Okay. This was used when we have 19.2 kbps 1G technology when was arised. At that time low SRC attribute was used, but right now low SRC attribute, if you are trying to add, then also we cannot see the image. Okay, now practical syntax. So if we use all the attributes of img tag, then the syntax would be like this, that is img, then src. In src we are providing image path or location. Alt, that is alternate text we are providing, means by any means or by any reason the image is not displayed, then what alternate text can be displayed over there. Height and width, that we have given in a unit of pixel, that is height 150 and width 250. Alignment, middle. ID, that is image identifier name, that will be used in a script like Java or JavaScript. H space 5, V space 5 means 5 pixel at the top and bottom side space will be there, and V space 5 means at the left and right side of the image 5 pixel space will be there. Low SRC, that is alternate image path or a location. So this is a practical syntax. Now we will see how we can add the image practically in our web page. Okay, so this is all about the theory part. Let's move to the practical. Okay, now here I have already created a page where I want to show the attributes and its use. So here you can see I have created the basic structure: HTML, head, title, head close, body, that is bg color, and text color I have given, h1 align, attributes of image, and then body and HTML close. Now in between this I want to add image. So here I will start with img, then first compulsory attribute src. Okay, now here we will add the image. So let us see where is my image. So here I have created a folder like image practicals over here. You can see I have image, that is bg4, bg3, bg2. Suppose I want to add this bg3 image. Let us see its property. Image name is bg3 and its extension is .jpg. Okay, Now this image is already present in the same folder, so we do not need a complete location like this. We will simply use the name because the HTML file and the image file both are at the same location. So here I'll directly write bg3.jpg. Let us see. Now you can see the entire image of full size is displayed in a web page, right? It is added. Now suppose I want to set its dimension. So here I am using height, suppose 50%, space width is equal to 50%, suppose. You can see the entire image is reduced into 50% of its original size dimension. Now suppose I want to set its dimension in the unit of pixels. Then suppose I am giving here height is 800 and width is 1200. Save. Let us see. You can see the dimension is again changed. Okay, if I see, you can see if I add the dimension is the percentage value, it will reduce or enlarge the image in the proportion of its original size. Whereas if I am giving the height and width value in the unit of pixels, it will accept the image in the perfectly absolute dimension, that is 800 pixels height and 1200 pixel width. Okay, height, width. Okay, then next is alt. I want to use alt attribute, that is alternate text. So here I am using alt, and here I am adding natural scene displayed here. Okay, and saving this. Now by default I cannot see the alternate text because the image is already displayed, right? But suppose here I am making some mistake, I am changing the name or any spelling mistake is there, then you can see the dimension is set but the image is not displayed, and meanwhile you can see here the natural scene displayed here. A text will be appeared in the web page, right? Means by any means if the image is not displayed, we can see the alternate text. Okay, next is H space and V space. Now here you can see, let me clear it first. Save. Now here you can see there is no space around the border. Suppose here I am providing H space, that is equal to 10 pixels, V space, that is equal to 10 pixels. Let us see what happens. You can see the image is bit shifted from left side, and same way the image is shifted from top and bottom. Now if we add any other text or any other text content, it will be separated by 10 pixels from the image border. Now we want to add border to the image, so here I am using border. Suppose border also I want to make a 10 pixel wide. Save. Let us see. You can see a border of 10 pixels. Suppose I am reducing the pixel, suppose 5. Save. You can see the border width is reduced. Okay. Now next is, okay, that's all. Align attribute will work only when we have certain additional elements in the web page. So I'm not using align attribute right now. We will see align attribute when we will see the table structure in chapter number 4. I'll explain all these things again. Fine. So that's all for the image, that is img tag image, that is internal image. Okay, so learn this practical and practice it at your home. Fine. Thank you.